Hi everybody, it's Cathy. Today I wanted to share with you how I apply a cosmetic CC cream. I have a love-hate relationship with CC cream. Before, I had always applied it with my fingers, or I would use my favorite brush, the It No. 6. But lately I've been putting it on with a beauty blender and I'm really loving how it turns out. And also it doesn't feel heavy on my skin and not as thick. If you are interested in seeing how I find that the It CC cream applies best for me, stay tuned to this video, and you'll also see how I just created this quick little makeup look for hanging around home while we're self-isolating. So as you can see, my face is a little red today. I'm not exactly sure why. I haven't changed anything in my skincare. So the only thing on my skin is my It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. I've had a love-hate relationship with the CC cream. I always found that it didn't look right on me. It almost looked too thick. So I've been playing around with it and I believe I have found the solution to how I can get it to look really natural looking with good coverage on my skin. So I just thought I'd share that with you today. So I'm just gonna talk you through my process. First of all, I like to put a little primer on my skin. I was never a believer in primer before, but in the last year or so, it really does make a difference on the skin. And I've noticed that my makeup looks a lot better whenever I do use a primer. And the one that I find that works best for me, keeping in mind I have oily skin, is by Hourglass, and it's their Veil Mineral Primer. It's oil free, and this one actually has an SPF of 15 in it. So I usually just put one pump, and I always put my products on the back of my hand. I don't know why I do that, but that's what I do. And one pump is sufficient to do my face, so I just like to put a drop on each cheek, chin, nose, forehead, and just rub it in with my fingers. My hands are clean. You want to make sure that you're using clean hands. And this goes on and it just feels like it transforms from a liquid into a powder, almost like silk. It's quite lovely. And because I have sensitive skin, my skin always gets red whenever I touch it, but that will go away. My hair is getting so long. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with one pump, and this is in Light. Just give it a shake. I like this because it has SPF in it, and being that we're still self-isolating, if I do go outside, you know, I have the protection of the sunscreen in it. So just one pump to start. And I use a damp beauty blender. I think this one's by Real Techniques. But I made a little video and I showed you how I squeeze all the water out. And you just want it like, if you were to squeeze it now, nothing would come out, but you just want it a little damp. So what I like to do is I still like to apply the product to my face. So I'm just gonna start on this one cheek. Dip into the product on my hand. And I'm just gonna bounce around on my cheek. And I'll just do one side of my face just to show you. Let me zoom you in a bit. You can see how it really hides the redness. And it goes on very lightly, like a light layer. So that is why I think I'm enjoying it more, because I don't feel it on my skin. Whereas when I put foundation on with a brush, sometimes it can just get a little too thick, and I think that's what bothers me. So that's just basically a half a pump on that side of the face, and you can see the difference. Like, I'm still red up here. I haven't touched up here. But just look at the difference. So that does a great job. So we'll finish this side of the face. My gray roots are starting to show. I always go on my eyelids as well. It's been 8 weeks since I've had my hair cut. I usually go every 4 to 5. So we're gonna find out what my natural color is and how gray I get. So that's half of the face done, and the other half not done. So now I'm gonna put another pump on my hands, so that's 2 pumps for my face. And again, apply it on my skin, and then just bounce around. And don't forget to blend it in along the jawline. So that's pretty good, and I've used up everything that was on the back of my hand. Take that off. So now what I like to do, I'm not putting any concealer on today, so I'm just going to set the CC cream with a little bit of powder, and the one that I have been loving lately is by Hourglass, and it's their, oh, I never remember the right name. It's Veil powder, I think. Anyways, it'll be linked below. So I just tap my brush into it, and then I just gently tap it into this, to my skin. I'll pick up a little bit more. And that's what it looks like. I mean, it's pretty good coverage. I can still see that red spot a little bit, and if I wanted to, I could put some concealer on, but I'm not gonna bother because who's gonna see me? I'm just sticking around home, right? So now just to finish off my face, I'm going to just put a little bit of the Painterly eyeshadow, just sweep it across my eyelids. And all the way up to the brow, just to give it a little bit of a finished look. And then I'm gonna use my favorite eyebrow pencils by IT. It's their Universal Brow. One shade does all. And if you want your brows to go darker, you just press a little harder. I'm just making very gentle strokes following my hairline, and I always have to make my tail because I don't have a tail. And then I just like to brush it up and fix up any boo-boos that I would have made, but just look at the difference doing your brow does. Does that make sense? Just look at the difference on my face when I do my brows. So again, I was gonna say we're going to sweep. No, we're not going to sweep. We're going to brush my brows. Do they look even? Well, they're about as good as they're gonna get. And then to finish off the eye look, I'm using the Drybar mascara. I should probably throw it out, but I rarely reach for it and it still smells okay, but... And I got some on my eyelid. This is why this mascara drives me nuts. So I'm just gonna let it dry and then I'll show you how I'm gonna clean it up. I just find that this brush, it gets so clumpy. I love my tight line and I love Superhero. And this brush is just way too big for me. Okay, it's probably not dry enough yet, and this brush is way too big. So I just wet the end of a Q-tip with a little bit of Bioderma. And I'll zoom you in just to show you what I'm doing. I'm very gently lifting my brow and just wiping up the mascara. So that is off, and then I will go back in with some more of the eyeshadow and just very carefully fix it. I think it's gone. Zoom you back out. And then I'm just gonna set my face with some setting spray. And I'm gonna finish it off with an old lipstick from It. Oh, it's a Je ne sais quoi. I guess you can still get it. It's the Blurred Lines. And that is my quarantine look for hanging around the house today. I have a feeling Buddy's gonna be pink by the end of the day because I give him lots of kisses. He'll be wearing my It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi lipstick. So let me know what you think of how I applied the CC cream, and if you have any tips or tricks on how you like to wear it or apply it. I think that it looks pretty good, and it gave me pretty good coverage. Remember how red my skin was when I first started? And I don't feel it on my face, and that's what really drives me nuts when I wear foundation. I have about 3 now that I really like, and I'm gonna do a video just on them because I cannot stand the feeling of something being on my face. I don't know, it just feels dirty. I think it has to do with me having oily skin, but I'm also that way with my fingernails. Like, you'll rarely see me with my fingernails painted. I'm okay with my toes, but I don't know, they just feel heavy. It's a weird sensation. So that is my after look. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you will consider subscribing. I do all sorts of skincare, makeup, fashion, lifestyle videos geared towards a woman over 50. I'm almost 52, but lately I've been doing some cooking videos as well. My viewers have asked me to do some recipes to share with you, and favorite recipes while we're all stuck in the house self-isolating. So I'll see you soon in my next video. Take care, and I hope that you and your family are healthy and safe. Bye.